clinic's a bit of a legend in the medical field.
Captain Joseph, do you require my assistance?
I understand that. I'm not blaming you directly. Dr. Salvato, how long have you been here?
About a year now, Doctor.
And in that year, how many times have we had this conversation about late or missing shipments of supplies?
I believe this is the
Got
third
anything
time.
you need to offload?
Yes,
Trade authorities
that
always
sounds
line.
right. 3
Kiosk
times.
right here for you.
I will be making it very clear to your superiors.
You
that
should inspect your
lives are
ship
at
for
stake.
heat leeches
And the
every couple
clinic
landings.
requires reliable
They'll cause
transport.
plenty of havoc if left
If your
unchecked.
company cannot meet our needs, someone else will.
Yes, ma'am. Understood.
Thank you, Dr. Salvato. You may return to your duties.
Between you and me, this place sees some weird cases. Gross ones, too. Yeah? Got some trouble? Oh, now hold on a minute. You're the new deputy, ain't you? Yeah, the marshal's been sending out reports, keeping us all in the loop on your investigation. A little condescending, don't you think? Well, I guess I can understand if you're eager to find your target. Ben Armistead, pleased to meet you. Well, I guess that's the long and short of it. You're the newest member of the Rangers, and I'm the oldest.
How you doing, old man?
Well, I'll be a dust wrangler's cousin, Sam Coe. Oh, it's been too damn long. Why, Cora must be what, 9, 10 years old by now?
I wish. She's 12.
Almost a teenager? My goodness. And here I thought I had enough gray hairs already. So, are you back?
Oh, no, nothing like that. I'm just out here to watch the deputy's back and see what kind of trouble we can get into.
I see. Well, back to the matter at hand then. So, is one of them first mercenaries here at the clinic? Well, every ranger knows it's important to trust your instincts. No better place in the settled systems to get medical treatment. You can bet it beats anything them UC piglets got. Ironic, given they're the ones who built it. I know just the man who can help you. Right this way, deputy. Just between you and me, I ain't entirely sure why someone felt the need to station a ranger out here. I'm not much more than a glorified bodyguard for Dr. Dartmouth. Council of Governors. Most of the staff don't seem fond of the idea of me being here, and I ain't fond of them right back. Bunch of stuffy eggheads, if you ask me. Except Ari, that is. He's about the only one I can
Need
have
to
a
make sure those
conversation with.
files are backed up.
Hey there, Ari. Working hard or hardly working?
Hey, Chief. A little more the former than the latter. What brings you by?
Well, the deputy here could use some help. Came looking for someone who might be a patient.
I'll see what I can do.
Well, I'll leave you in Mr. Miller's capable hands. You need anything else, I'll be in my office.
Have to keep an eye on these doctors.
I'll try to help you, but our computer systems have been having some issues. I hear you, but there's only so much I can do. So who's the suspect you're after? The name's not ringing any bells, but maybe we can approach this another way. Do you know what was wrong with her? That should be more than enough. I can access the patient records from my terminal, assuming the database cooperates. Come on.
You had a chance to talk to Dr. Cassidy. Really fun guy. Dry humor, though. So dry. You might almost think he's...
Okay, give me just a minute here. Maya Cruz. Maya Cruz. Come on, Maya. I need you to be in here. Okay, finally. Here we go. Oh. No matches found for a Maya Cruz. If Maya's here, then she's got to be using an alias. Which actually makes a lot of sense if she's a wanted woman. Yeah, let me think for a second. All right, hang on. I know that we do have a few female patients staying with us. There's Candace, what's her last name? Doolin, Candace Doolin. And then there's the Nakamori woman, I think her name's Jane. I don't recall offhand what they're here for, but it's a start. Yeah, I know, but it's the best I can do for the time being.
Private sector. Oh, that's where the real money's at.
I don't mean to be rude,
Excuse
unless
me,
this is a medical
Dr.
emergency.
Darvish?
Please, get someone
That last
else
set
out
of
here.
report submitted, just like...
I'm no hypochondriac, but maybe we limit our time here
But you're clearly in
with
the
all
wrong
the sick
group.
people.
Excuse me. What gives you the right to come in here? You're not my attending physician. Get out before I call for security. Well, I suppose I can give you a minute. Believe me, I hadn't intended to stay here. I'm a courier. I was transporting certain sensitive documents here to the clinic. My ship was intercepted by pirates. I escaped, but not without damage to my life support systems. By the time I reached the clinic, I was barely alive. I was rescued and placed in intensive care. That was 2 days ago. Well, the nature of my work requires a certain level of discretion, much as yours does. I've shared all that I'm willing to share with you, Deputy. I hope I can trust you. I'm glad you understand the position I'm in here. I'm trying to be reasonable here. All right, look. Nothing I told you was a lie, but yes, there is more to it. You can think of me as a freelance information broker. I came here to acquire classified research materials so I can sell them. Yeah, I realize it's illegal, but it's a victimless crime. Nobody gets hurt. As you can imagine, I'd rather this information not get out. I'm happy to compensate you for your understanding. Do what you feel you must. I'm sure Ranger Armistead will be more amenable to my offer.
Good move. You did the right thing.
They say I'm ahead of schedule on my recovery. I say they ought to make better schedules. hello. Are you here to keep me company? I do hope so. I can't get any of these doctors or nurses to slow down and just chat for a while. They all claim they're too busy. Ranger business? Oh, I can't imagine what for. Unless you're here to track down that no-account husband of mine, that is. You'd think he could be bothered to pay me a visit once in a while, given I've been here as long as I have. But no. All I get is the occasional letter apologizing because he's too busy to run the farm all by himself. So hire some help, I tell him. And then all he wants to do is complain about how my medical bills ate up all our money. Ugh.
Should we maybe, move things along here, ma'am?
You want to talk about questions, Well, I've got plenty of those. Starting with how come these so-called doctors can't find anything wrong with me? I have got no end of pains, headaches, sore knees, a sore back, digestive problems, and all manner of other ailments. I keep telling them I must have caught some kind of alien virus, but these fool doctors can't figure it out. I'd had test after test for 3 months straight, and I'm damn near broke from the cost of staying here. Well, ain't you smart using them big words? If that's supposed to make me feel better, I got news for you. It don't. I thought the high and mighty Freestar Rangers were supposed to help others in need. Yes, me. I think that sterling reputation's getting a little tarnished lately. Well, go on then. Don't let the troubles of one poor citizen distract you from whatever higher calling you all answer to these days.
You have a nice day now. I know your type. The free-wheeling space ace. Must be nice.
Was there something else you need?
There is no shortage of work to be done. You're doing good work, I'm sure. Just keep it.
You know, just by breathing the air in here, you are being exposed to about a dozen different viruses. Like, just one quiet day. Not too much to ask for.
Thanks for delivering critical supplies. Would be nice to hear once in a while.
How'd it go? Did you have any luck? As a matter of fact, I do. I made some progress digging through the patient records, and I have one more lead for you. Her name's Catalina Rivera. She was rushed into surgery for some kind of emergency procedure. I probably shouldn't say this, but she was in real bad shape. The good news is, she seems to fit your suspect's profile. The bad news is that she's a guest in our VIP wing. That area is restricted to authorized clinic personnel. Even I can't go in there. Look, this is a place of healing. The last thing anyone here wants is violence. Dr. Cassidy's in charge of the VIP wing. You need his permission to enter. Unfortunately, he's a real stickler for the rules, and the rules say no visitors without prior arrangement. You didn't hear this from me, but I happen to know that he keeps a spare access card somewhere in his office. Hope that helps you.
My mother wanted me to be a doctor. A doctor? Mothers. Right?
Need to make sure those samples get disposed of.
Mind your step.
I'm sure there's someone else that can help you. Yes, what do you want? Even if that were true, which I doubt, access to that area is strictly limited. Who exactly are you? You could be Solomon Coe himself, and my answer would be the same. No. The rules are the rules, no exceptions.
There's no progress that bureaucracy can't ruin.
Oh, I wasn't aware. I suppose if I can't trust a colleague, then I can't trust anyone. This will get you in. Conduct your investigation quickly and without disruption. I do hope you won't make me regret this.
Something to report? Keep your nose clean. Last thing I want is to charge you for a DP, an A&B, B&E, or heaven forbid, an MS.
The clinic. Huh? What was that? is my favorite part. Wait, you know that's not ours.
Maybe I should have just gone to a keyless city. It's probably nothing.
Ever run into spacers? Scumbags and scavengers. They're like vultures, taking away at the left.
love the smell of getting back into the harness.
Please disregard. I attempted an informal greeting, but I am dissatisfied with the results.
Heard your ship, Doc. If you are who I think you are, then you're here to bring me in. I had to warn you. I've had more than enough time to prepare for this. So either you leave now, or I'll be burying what's left of you.
That's right, your thermometer ain't broken. We are sub-zero. What sort of robots are scurrying around here? All you. I don't know why, but I think this would be a hell of a place for a seance. Knock once if you hear us, spirits. No? Glad you're doing that, not me.